Welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends in friends in fiber. Let's try that again. We are two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
And believe it or not, we just did 2.5 hours of a State of the Whip live. So if you've not watched that, it's available for you on YouTube. And I forgot a whip we didn't even mention in that. So I'm not at 22 whips. I'm at 23 whips. They just keep coming, guys. They just keep coming. It's never ending. It's never ending. It's never ending. Okay.
You'll find some more in a corner one day, like, oh, this. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how that's going to work. I currently call Winnipeg, Manitoba home, and Diana currently calls Waterloo, Ontario home. And why do I say currently? It's because neither of us live in our birth cities, because we don't. And Mr. Diana's work and Diana's work could take them anywhere. And I'm not known for staying in cities for more than a decade at a time. And I've been in the city for over a decade, so I could move at any point. It's just either in my nature or in your potential for work. Because let's be honest,
we're trying to buy a house, so like we're
even
planning on sticking around. That's the current plan.
If you buy a house, it helps. But really, if Mr. Diana got like the call from NASA to go work on robotics
we'd
in
be gone
Houston,
in a second.
you guys would be gone in a second, and I'd be like, "Sweet, I'm coming to visit," because yes, it's important. I need to sneeze. Of course, I need to sneeze now. Do I need to sneeze during the live? No. Do I need to blow my nose when we're doing anything else? No. Do I need to blow my nose while we're having a break? Nope. I need to blow my nose now.
Are you allergic to podcasting?
All right. Maybe. So, while I rip a sleeve, Diana's gonna let everybody know what we're gonna cover this week.
We've got what's in our cup? Woolly Workings. I can read words. Wool gathering. That's the other thing. Did we a long time ago used to have a section that talked about like upcoming events that was not wool gathering? I don't remember.
Yeah, we just sort of ended up putting it all into wool gathering because it all just sort of fit there. That's like the admin section. That's where dates and important stuff is. It's like if you're watching and you're never sure where to find us or where to see us, that's where we put that info. So it's all there for people. And in the links in the show notes, because you do that for me.
I think I'd remember things about our own podcast, like what segment titles we've used, but like absolutely not. It's wild how quickly you forget stuff. And somebody that watches fairly regularly be like, oh yeah, it's blah 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 from episode this number. Like, how do you know that? Why do you know that?
A lot of our viewers, a lot of our community are far more observant than the two of us. Far more observant. Okay, apparently it's going to be another no sniffly episode. That's exciting. All right. Plants have refused to die. It's only August. Here we go.
Onward. Cups.
Onwards.
What's in cups?
2 waffles. I am still drinking some Kenyan gold tea, which I was drinking when we were doing the live earlier. I did have to go reheat it, so it is currently freshly warmed up. So that is what I'm working on, and I am, of course, as apparently as ever, when I'm drinking out of my teapot, drinking out of the Northern Knits podcast mug.
Nice.
Which is an excellent swag mug.
It's hot in this room when we record.
Yeah.
So I have a cold beverage in the form of kombucha.
Ugh. Never been able to figure out how you drink that stuff.
I probably have an unhealthy love of sour things. I enjoy most fermented foods.
That's fair. I don't enjoy a lot of fermented foods. I enjoy a few fermented foods, but not a lot.
If it's fermented, if it's sour in any way, I'm there. I'll eat it.
I'm really picky about sour foods. I'm really picky about food, which is, I'm honest about it.
I can also be a bit picky about food, but sour things, just always sour things. Love sour things. Also, I'll just say, in case you haven't watched the whip parade, whatever it was, I had my COVID shot yesterday, so if I'm like yawning and loopy and like what is going on with you, I got my COVID shot yesterday, so I'm just...
She makes it sound like, guys, she got the latest booster her age group was allowed to get. She's as up to date as possible.
I'm feeling it.
She's as up to date as possible right now, which is good because you're traveling, and that's always it's a good thing to do to help protect your family and protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I seem lackluster and or very loopy, this is why.
Why did she
I'm
decide to
tired.
why she decided to do a COVID booster shot the day before she was going to be talking to me for like 6 hours? No one knows.
Honestly, this was the best option for the upcoming of scheduling things. Having some loopy podcast days
Yep.
was the best
Best
option.
That's fair. All right. Well, you enjoy your kombucha and I enjoy my tea. Why don't we talk about what we're working on?
Yeah, I think you've
The
got one more
woolly
thing than me.
workings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't make show notes. I don't even know how many projects you have week to week. I just tell you what I'm working on and you never reciprocate.
I know I said this week, I said I had 4 things. You have 5 things. In fact, you gave me 2 more things that I was allowed to talk about because I only had 2 things before.
That's fair. While we podcast and record, I am finally getting around to ripping out the way too long sleeves of my campfire cardi so that I can actually get this finished and off the hook. So the campfire cardi is a pattern you can find on Ravelry. It is a crocheted cardigan pattern, and I am making mine out of some knit picks in the gray. I think it's gray heathered or heathered gray. Guys, it's 100% wool of the Andes. I don't know. It's worsted. I bought it ages ago. I have no idea where any of the ball bands have gone now that I've used it all in this project. And I've got like half a 50-gram ball sitting somewhere. I think it's by the sewing table right now. Anyway, I gotta find it so that I can finish it because I'm gonna extend my lapel section of the cardigan a little bit farther forward, which is what I want to do after I sew the hood on. So step 1 was shortening the sleeve. Step 2 is sewing the hood on. Step 3 is using the last of the gray yarn. Step that I want to use. Step 4 is finishing edge. Might actually go find that 50-gram ball of red that I have, because I have like 2 balls of that red that I accidentally put in the flat white.
Mm-hmm.
And I might do the edging in that red color.
Ooh, that could look snappy.
That could look quite snappy. So I've got, I think, good ideas going on, but I really have so little left. I just need to get this finished. 23 whips. This is ridiculous. I got to get some stuff done, guys. So that is the first thing. And I literally picked it up today and went, oh, I can rip this. It counts.
Cool.
Do I have to go again?
What should I start with? I mean, you can if you want. We could alternate. I don't know.
We could alternate. Am I at the point where we alternate now?
Sure. I'll talk about a thing that I ripped.
Okay.
This was cast on. It had 2 rows. And then some of the needles fell out and I wasn't going to finish it that way anyway. It was going to be the iris cowl, which if I pull up a picture here in my magazine, who knits out of magazines? It was going to be this, which is a lacy infinity scarf. I would still like to make it eventually one day. Bless you. But it wasn't happening on DPNs because I still hate DPNs, and so it's been frogged, and it may become this, it may become something else. In any case, I got rid of one of my whips, so there. Progress, getting rid of whips by deciding.
All right, shall I continue with the crochet and the crochet with the crochet and the crochet?
Sure, let's have the crochet with some more crochet and some crochet on the side.
There's a knot.
Oh no.
Grumble pants. Just gonna put that down beside me because I have to reach off screen. Ah! Move chair, then reach off screen. Maybe.
Struggle.
Oh my god, it's real.
Success?
Yes.
Success.
Ah, sweet jumping Jehoshaphat. I posted a picture on the Instagrams of a stack of cotton. Anybody who's been watching us for a while knows it's my balloon sleeve cardi. So what we have here are 2 balloon sleeves. They're giant tubes. Like when I stick my arm in here, I'm like, oh my god, this is huge.
Side note, did we talk about that one on the...
It's done. It's not a whip.
Oh, right, because you
remember,
finished the pieces because you're gonna dye it.
because
I
I'm gonna
remember.
dye it. So right now we're finished till I dye it. And since I'm not gonna dye this till I've done a few other things I also want to dye, so I just have a dye day.
Mm-hmm.
We're finished for the moment. We're not finished because we're not sewn together, but all that's left is sewing these pieces together. So, there's that, guys. There's that. So I have 2 sleeves. I have 2 extraordinarily long cuffs to go at the end of the sleeves. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Uh-huh.
I have a sniffly nose. It was seriously not bugging me until we started podcasting, so I must be allergic to podcasting.
Clearly.
That's how that works. Fold up my cotton pieces. Fold up my cotton pieces. This was made out of holding 2 strands of carrot cake cotton together. And then 2 front panels and a back panel. We are ready for the dye pot. We are so
Nice.
ready for the dye pot. Here's carrot cake yarn to sew it all together, wound up into a mini skein to also go in the dye pot.
So smart. I was just about to ask about that.
Yep, we're prepped and ready. So I need to go buy the dye. Then
What
get
color
it
is
done.
that one being?
I think I might dye this one black. Or like a
That would look
navy.
nice.
Black or navy. Something really nice and dark and moody. Because like with a statement sleeve, like that balloon.
Oh yeah.
Statement sleeve. Like that's how that needs to be. So for the moment, it literally lives in the windowsill, stacked up all nice and pretty. Because I would love to be able to stack a few more things on top of it, like 2 more on top of it, and then do a dye day. You know?
That makes sense, because dyeing seems like a whole lot of setup.
Well, if I've got, because you keep the right aid at a temperature, right? So technically you have it on the stovetop. So if I dye one garment, do the weight process, so all for all the dye to be absorbed and the water to run clear, and then pour that into my tub, start the rinsing process to get rid of excess dye, and start the next dye one while I'm waiting for the next dye one to absorb the color, where you're just monitoring it and stirring it every once in a while. I can pop back and forth to the tub, finish rinsing a piece at a time, bring it out and get it ready to hang it up to dry, right? So I can start staggering the process. It means I'll be puttering for like an hour and a half, but I'll be going back and forth from tasks. So it's assembly lining is what it is. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And to me, that makes the most sense. That way, when I do it and I clean the tub, then I'm done. I'm not doing a thing, cleaning the tub, 4 days later, dyeing something else, cleaning. Like it's all in one day and it's all done. And then I'm just cleaning the stuff in the tub, and then I don't have to worry about it again for a while. Because it's a lot of setup. So I'd rather do a big chunk all at once.
Makes sense.
So there is that. And that's the second project for me.
All right. I talked about this one on our whip parade, but my scrappy stripy striping sock now sans heel, so I get to talk about it as a thing I worked on this week. I pulled out the heel and I went back to that last bright stripe that I didn't like. So now I'm going to carry on with the dark gray, because this end happens to be dark gray, and I think that's going to match nicer with the dark blue stripe that I didn't quite finish. The question now, though, is what I'm going to do for my heel, because I don't have enough of this same one from the toe.
Okay. Well,
so maybe this is, I don't know, maybe the toe and the heel and the cuff are all 3 different colors. I feel like that's what I have to do at this point.
Yeah, make them all
to
not
make
match.
it intentionally mismatched.
Yeah, make it intentionally mismatched, because if you have like a half matched, half unmatched, that's not going to look good. But it intentionally
I have
all
like
mismatched.
this much, and that was not enough for a heel.
Yeah, No. I'll make it all
I
mismatched.
don't think that's even going to be
Now,
enough for a cuff.
you know what
So.
you should just make your life more complicated.
Oh no. Okay, why are we complicating things?
I know you don't have needles for it. Start your second sock. Do the toe of your second sock. And then work the toe of your second sock left over into your first sock leg. And work the toe of your first sock left over into your second sock.
So that it indicates that they're a pair. That makes a lot of... Holy Christ! My hair stick just fell out and hit me on the shoulder and gave me a panic attack. Oh my god. Pardon me while I put my heart back in my chest.
And she's awake, folks.
I was freaking out about socks.
Oh, we were doing socks,
yes.
so mine go.
Yeah, I think we finished with the sock.
Yeah, and I know
I'm
it's
done
gonna
with the sock.
it's gonna add more complications to do that, to have them two going at the same time, but then you'll have at least the same color of sock yarn show up in both socks, which will help with the indication that they're a matching set of socks.
I
So
like this plan.
Complicates it a smidge, but I think you're gonna like it better at the end.
I do like this plan.
Okay.
And this yarn is woolly enough that, I mean, the needles aren't in it right now and it's not unraveling, so.
Okay, then
like
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So I could just let that sit and
Ooh, I forgot a project.
Just
today's my whole day is, oh, I forgot that. This is the back of my Sea Breeze cardigan. It is done to gauge, and there's nothing wrong with the gauge. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. It's good. It's a good gauge. I want something with a more intense flop. So I started making the front panel on a larger size needle, and this has a more intense flop. Like there's no, she'd be shapeless. She'd be shapeless. So I'm going to have to redo my back panel, but it just annoys me. I'm going to finish my other front panel. I'm just about finished this front panel. I'm about like 22 out of 30 inches. 25-ish out of 30 inches. So I got like about 5 inches left, which is only a couple of repeats, right? So I'm gonna finish this up. This is one of the garments that's holding up the dye process, because I'd like to have this done so I can dye it too. So I'm using every last scrap of cotton cake, Karen cake I currently have in my stash to get it all used up so that it has a purpose at a home, but in something that I'll wear. So this is another Hey Carrie crochet with Carrie design. We love her crochet designs. We love her crochet designs.
We have many.
I just want to go
with plans to do many more.
Hey Carrie, let's be friends. Can we be friends? You look like a wonderful human. I would love to be your friend. I'd love to be your friend. I will never test it for you. That's a bad idea. Don't do it. Neither one of us are good test knitters. Diana doesn't finish things on time, and I always make modifications. Bad idea.
We are bad test knitters, but good friends.
Testers. Good friends. Bad test knitters. Bad test knitters. All right. That's 3. I have talked about 3 things.
Okay. I will talk about the slightly boring at this point for our summer knit along, because dinosaurs are eternal.
I have cookies.
Why aren't you eating cookies?
My brain just went, Jocelyn, there's cookies.
Failure
in life. Yes, dinosaurs are eternal. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. There's cookies. Oh, God, gotta go.
This is important. Get cookies.
Sherry sent me home with cookies.
I want cookies. Can you just like transport me a cookie?
If I could, I would.
Oh,
you know I would.
Anyway, Fossil Frenzy. Hunt Designs, Mary Hunt. I don't remember.
Mary P. Hunt Designs.
Thank you.
I don't even have to look for that one anymore.
I knew you had it. And we're doing it with the cute little stitch markers from Sleepy Sheep that
because the dinosaurs.
Sherry sent me. And I found a bunch of progress keepers during our State of the Whips. So when we're done here today, I'm gonna add this little llama corn. Little winged llama with a unicorn horn. Yeah. Llama corn. I'm gonna add the llama corn when we're done today.
Maybe that'll help because it's hard to tell when you have progress on fingering without the
So
progress
hard.
marker.
I'm
Like,
currently doing the increases, and there's
abs-
39 pairs of rows
yeah.
to finish the increases to split for sleeves, and I'm currently at 25.
Oh yeah, you're so close, Diana. You're so close.
They're so long. There's
Well,
does
yeah,
it
that's the worst
conveniently say
part.
there's going to be 496 stitches around.
Yeah, that's the worst part of sweaters. Top-down sweaters is always that last section of increases to finish your shoulders. Like that last inch and a half of sweater before you split for sleeves on top down is the worst part of the sweater because
Anyway,
the
so
rows are so long.
sure everybody's sick of hearing about it now, but the jack-o'-lantern colorway that I will eternally be sad doesn't show the sparkle on camera. That's just so, it's just the subtlest bit of sparkle. Anyway, it's gonna be real pretty, and I'm real excited about it.
Which is good. It looks gorgeous.
And I'll try to get it done on time. I think I have a month left.
Nope. We're at the end of
Uh,
August. You have till the middle of September, and you have to.
Yeah, it's like September 20th ish.
Yeah, it's the 20th now.
Yeah, so I've got a month left.
You're not gonna like. Are you working on it today? Because I thought your plans were to take a nap. You have less than a month.
I am going to take a nap when we're done this, but after that,
Okay.
I have Critical Role to finish.
You haven't even split the sleeves.
Yes, I know. I'm going to split some sleeves eventually when I get there. I'm working on it. I'm working on it right now as we speak.
Okay.
Doing my best.
That's true. You have my fall knit yarn, so I'm not doing anything for it until it gets here. We looked
Oh my
at
gosh,
the
we can do a
cover.
live cast on party while I'm
Yeah.
out there. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
things.
So many things get to happen. It's gonna be great. I am making progress on the orange crush shawl. There's only what, 10 days left of the month?
Something like that, yeah.
That's fine. The Fiber Friends challenge for the month. I made this much progress this week. Not that much.
Not bad.
Not bad, but not that much. This is a design from Louise Wildflower Wool. It was very pretty. She has it set up to be like a one skein shawl wonder, so you can do the small version. I know she's currently doing a 4 skein fingering weight version, and I'm doing a behemoth worsted weight version that'll be as big as however many balls of yarn I put into it till I decide it's big enough to wrap around my neck. So for the moment, we're working in cherry from Impeccable. Their cherry colorway, because I have a white winter coat. This will look amazing with my white winter coat.
It will.
And if I get through 2/3 of the second ball of cherry, and I know I have to add like a second color in, I am absolutely going to reserve some of the cherry so that I can make like matching mitts or a matching headband where the cherries got some stripes in that too. Like
Ooh.
a matching headband would be
So cute.
super cute. So I'm already thinking. I'm already thinking. And by make a headband, it'll be like asking Louise if the pattern's translatable to like in the round or if it needs to be flat without the increases. Because I can do it flat without the increases and just do a vertical rather than horizontal. And then put ribbing on either side and call it a headband. All right, that's the one I forgot to talk about when we were making show notes. I'm sorry. Surrounded by projects.
Yeah. 23, 4 of them.
24. 23.
Right,
I don't know. 40. We'll say I have 40. I don't know anymore, guys. I think it was 20.
Making a nice round 25.
Yeah, it was 22 for the state of the whip. And I forgot one that's literally hanging over top of my dress form. So technically 23. Or 23 on state of the whip, and that's technically 24. Can't recall. We literally just did it. I have no idea.
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's in the
Absolutely
ether.
gone. Absolutely gone. Okay.
All right. I only have one thing left.
Cool.
Well, you kept finding extra things, so now the alternation doesn't work.
I really did. I only have 2, so it's not too bad.
So last week you were saying get people to vote on what you should spin next. So I got
Yes,
people to vote on what I should spin next.
it's true. I was
And
right.
they nearly unanimously voted for this braid of fiber. This is half a braid of fiber now. I split it in half so
Yeah.
that I'd have two roughly even plies. I'm aiming to have a DK-ish weight yarn when I'm done.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So this is Imaginary Friend. I believe this was a theme at the Manitoba Fiber Festival a couple of years ago because a lot of people did Imaginary Friend colorways.
Yeah, it was.
And in fact, that was two of the options, was another dyer's version of Imaginary Friend. But this is Cloud9 Fiberworks version. So it's like a pale blue with greens and like reddish pinks and like a teal. And then there's like a yellowy kind of green in there.
That's a pretty braid.
It's really pretty.
It's a pretty braid.
So there's that half. And I've done about a third of the other half, I think, just kind of holding them up next to each other. It's about a third. So I've
Okay.
got it, the other one all braided up. And yeah, it's coming along. And my consistency is not too bad. It's not great, but it's much less slubby than my spinning has been in past. It's a lot less slubby than the silk that I was doing before.
Which that's practice. Because
Yeah, of course.
it's you know, I mean, practice does not make perfect. That's not an actual thing. Practice makes you better, which is good.
Practice makes better.
Practice makes better is good. But I like the saying habit trumps talent. So
Yes.
you can be talented at something, but if you don't practice it, if you don't make it a habit, you're not going to be as good as the person who makes it a habit. So like your spinning will get better. Same as like mine will get better when I do it. It is the only thing holding me back is the habit. Oh, I'm so glad you've got some spinning going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so pretty.
this has been like this and the craft off crafting has been most of my week, which is why I don't have too much progress on anything else. I got bit hard by the spinning bug.
Joy of secret crafting is keeping the secret. The hard part of secret crafting is creating content.
I know it's so hard.
And
I got
I've
so
been
much
doing
done,
it,
and then I'm like,
and I've been
gotta
doing
have
this
content,
for
gotta make content.
over
Anyway,
a
I'm
year with
realizing that
Louise. Have we been doing the secret craft offs for a year now with me and Louise? Our monthly
yeah, because I think it
check-ins?
was a year back in February, because I
Yeah.
think it started with a sweater in a month
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. And then we enjoyed each other's company enough that we decided to help each other, encourage each other to do whips. So welcome to what my last year has been like.
It's hard.
It's
I
hard.
don't know how you
It's
are
hard.
basically doing like 2 whole podcasts.
I don't know either.
So anybody, maybe smarter people than me know how much fiber you can fit on a drop spindle. Do you just go until like it can't, until it's too heavy to spin more yarn on and just breaks? Like,
Probably.
is that how that works? I don't really know.
I have no idea.
I'm hoping somebody smart in the comments can let me know how you know how much fiber you're supposed to put on the spindle while you're spinning it. Because ideally, obviously, I'd love to put all of this on there, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Because like I tend to split mine into thirds, but I have a lazy Kate, right? So like I have a way to store 2/3 of a spin while I'm working on the last third, and then I 2-ply together, and then my last cake, like my last chunk of spinning to ply, I'll make sure I can pull from the center and from the outside, so I can attach the center and the outside to the 2 strands from the first 2 sections as they empty, so I can switch to that last ball so that I'm literally plying as much of the yarn as I have spun as possible. But I don't think you have a lazy Kate, do you?
I don't.
That's the
So
name for the storage thing, right? Where you've got the and you can spin off of it. Lazy
yeah, I think
Kate?
so.
I think that's what it's
We're
called.
obviously such experienced spinners.
Not even so much that it's experience there. I do it with knitting terms too. I do it with history terms too. I do not subscribe to the ideology that each individual thing you do has to have a very set specific language. I have a wooden dude thing and it stacks up and it holds 3 spindles. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, it's there in the background, right next to the cat tree.
Right there in the background next to the cat tree. It holds 3 of them, and I load 2 of them up with a third each of a single spun, and then the third part I make into a cake ball, and I ply off that. That's what I do.
Hmm.
I love
This'll
plying.
be
Plying is so much faster than spinning.
yes. Oh my god.
So much faster
So
than spinning.
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
I will learn. This is my third spin.
Third or
Second
fourth.
on a drop spindle. I guess I did my very first braid of fiber. I spun a little bit on a drop spindle.
Yes.
But that was years ago, and I don't remember how I went about doing that. To be perfectly honest,
Super fair. Super fair.
this is gonna be my first full project, like 100 grams on a drop spindle.
Yeah, I don't know. I say
So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn, and if anybody's got good resources for me to learn or advice, comments, please. Please would love comments, please.
oh, did I tell you I talked my niece into English paper piecing? She's very excited. I suppose I have to go twice now, don't I?
Yeah, I have no more things. That is all of my things.
For any of you out there that don't know what English paper piecing is, it's hand sewing. It's hand sewing little squares to make things. And I showed her some pictures, and she looked at her mom, and her mom, my sister, went, "Yeah, we have all the stuff here in fabric in the basement." So we literally spent an hour on Friday in my sister's basement sorting out fabric and making pattern designs. I also asked her if she wanted to learn the easy way or the hard way, and she said hard mode. That's my niece. She's totally family. Yeah, hard mode all the way. She's like, "What's easy mode?" And my sister holds up a pattern, like a pre-made pattern on tissue paper. She's like, "What's hard mode?" I'm like, "I do it from scratch with math and bonus blocks now, and I make my own patterns." And she's like, "Addie Joe mode." I'm like, "That's right. Don't have no noob for a niece. I'm a veteran warrior in the crafting field. No, I'm just gonna throw her in the deep end and teach her how to do it by hand." My sister is happy using patterns, and I like patterns, and I do use patterns. I just don't have to. My sister's happy at the level she's at, and she doesn't want to get any more advanced than that. And I go legit. And you don't have to if you don't want to. You do whatever makes you happy in your crafting. Why did I start a row? Like,
I can't answer that. Why did you start a row?
literally that much row.
Well, what did you go and do that for?
I don't know. Guys, I'm working on this lace shawl, and I like the name Moonflower, which was the name that was suggested for it. So I might call it the Moonflower shawl. Because I'm really pretty. It's a pretty name for a pretty shawl. And as we have discussed before, the lace is still accurate because I'm wrong half the time. And my center spine has shifted over 1 stitch, but this is all normal Jocelyn knitting faux pas. And when you guys get the design, you don't have to have a center spine that shifts. Just don't do that to yourself. And your lace will work out fine if you can see your stitches. So these are important things that testers teach me. That's why I have testers. So I am currently struggling to stay ahead of my testers. I get the
Testers
next
who are not me.
get this section done so I can get the next lace section done. The rows are getting, a little long. A little long. But we're getting there. We're a big shawl. But I might have enough yarn to make tassels. And we all know how I feel about a good tassel.
Yes.
I love me a tassel. I love me a tassel. So I'm going to fiddle with the second ball gradient. Once this I'm still in the first ball. Like, I'm over halfway done the lace pattern, first lace section, and I'm still in the first ball. So like, I very well could have enough yarn for tassels. So I'm going to divvy it up so that I go from black to gray, back to gray, back to black. So hopefully I have some white and light gray tassels at the end of the shawl. We will see how I do. It is now officially on the longest cord that I have, that Diana sent me, and we're still a little bunched.
That is massive.
It's a big shawl, which is good because I don't like short shawls. I don't like little shawls. I like big shawls. This one is being made out of Red Heart Sparkle yarn. They're big cakes. They're big, beautiful, glorious cakes, and it's very squishy and it's delightful, and I can't wait to show Dang it in person. Because no matter how little sparkles being picked up in person, it's really sparkly. Or picked up on the camera, it's really sparkly in person.
I can see it being sparkly on camera, which means it must be super sparkly in person.
So sparkly in person. It's so fun. So fun. Okay. I suppose I gotta go get. And then it wasn't on my couch, it was behind my couch. But I remembered after we were done, the state of the whip. Then in the Jacobs Trading Center bag. It's where I buy my rocks. The old rock shop. I actually have a little collection of rocks I use as objective markers in games because I can see them. Just like
Good
hunks
use of
of rock.
rocks.
Yep. I finally literally cast it on the Dingley Dell. That's it. It's just cast on edge. I had to work on something different. I needed to give myself a break. There's really nothing to talk about, guys. It is a cast on edge.
Well, yarn. Got to talk about yarn.
Oh, I'll talk about that. This is going to be a striped Dingley Dell, which is a wonderful V-neck loose tee pattern, which quite frankly, t-shirts are seasonal, like they're seasonless, like you wear them all the time. You wear t-shirts in the winter, you wear t-shirts in the spring, you wear t-shirts in the, you just wear t-shirts. This is being made out of 2 colors of Aran from Fireweed Fiber Co. yarn, black emerald, and I forget. That's not what the actual color's called. I just forget what it's called. Well,
I would love if there's something about
that's the base.
Forget in the name.
Huckleberry. Black emerald and huckleberry. Right? See, now I'm double checking. Yes, black emerald and huckleberry. So I have 2 skated up. I've got these 2 to skate up.
Nice.
And because they're
That'd
striped,
be so pretty.
because they're striped, unless I'm transitioning from skein 1 to skein 2 in the same stripe section, I'm not worried about alternating. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that would be fine because it's supposed to be in stripes anyway.
Yeah, so like if there's a little color differential from dye lot changes between stripes, I actually won't notice, and most people won't notice. And for the few that do notice and point it out, I'll be like, oh, I didn't bother to alternate. It's my own fault. So I'm hoping to get some work done on that, but that is super, super fun. That's for me fun. That's for me fun knitting. It's not work knitting. But I needed to cast on something because I needed to get that itch dealt with, and I want the Dingley Dell. So I casted on. So I need to start the increases on that, which I probably should do after I've done the woodwows. Who means?
Yeah, you were saying how much you wanted the woodwows done.
Well, it's because I am either have made, am making, or haven't even started the craft off, which is a new outfit for the Manitoba Fiber Festival, and I finally decided there's not enough fabric for a dress, but there is enough fabric for a good skirt. So I'm making a new skirt for myself. And I figured out what kind of skirt to make. It's just how much farther did I get? How much farther did I get? You guys don't know yet. You won't know till whatever the first Sunday in September is. 4th?
Yes. Yes.
So I've made design element features and choices and stuff, and that could take a while. But whether or not I've actually started sewing, you guys don't know. So I want to get that done, and I want to wear it with the woodwows, which means like I get the woodwows done. And I want to have an outfit for Saturday because that'll be Friday because it's in the evening. So like when you get outside, it'll be a little bit cooler, even for a little bit warmer during the day.
Yeah.
So like that'll be a good combo for Friday. But what do I wear for Saturday? Don't know. Gotta plan it. Gots to figure it out.
Yeah.
Gots to figure it out.
So if I can figure out what knitting I'm gonna pack for this.
That is a bigger problem than my problem. Your problem's bigger problem because you're down for 2 weeks.
I need to figure out what knits I want to show off at the Fiber Festival.
And you need to remember to bring stuff for the live cast on for. Oh no, you're bringing. Yeah, you'll have to bring like 1 skein of your fall cast on with you.
Yeah.
Caked up, ready to go for the cast on party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, your laundry list of stuff to pack is just massive already. And
I have a box going now.
You haven't even left. You are going to have to check luggage, my dear.
Don't worry, I have already prepaid for checked luggage for 2 people, plus carry-ons, plus personal items.
Good with that. All right. I'm out of projects. That was it. That was my last 2.
I guess it's time for wool gathering.
It is time for wool gathering. Oh, I didn't give you a word.
I need a word for the unscripted Patreon ad.
Insert a
Like-
cut.
I feel hot garbage fire today because I'm fading.
Well, you still need to finish your thumbnail, and we need to do some stuff before I let you off because you won't do it on your own.
Okay. I'll try to stay awake.
Do you remember what it is that you got to do?
Not a water bottle, a thermos.
Yep. Fishbone.
Fishbone?
That's what it says. It says fish and bone. And you need to read an email, the Northern Knits thing about Apple Podcast IDs for podcasters. So it's an important email.
No, okay. One focus at a time. Okay.
I'm sure there's something else, but I forgot.
All right. Well, if you want to financially support these shenanigans for reasons I have yet to comprehend, you may do so at patreon.com/northernknitspodcast. Any
Looks
level
like,
of
what am I
support.
working on? Supposed to be ripping. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm fine.
Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we are active at all hours of the day and the night, enabling each other into starting things, finishing things, buying more things that we really don't need, but they're pretty.
Mhm.
What else? There's early access to bonus content. There's movie days. Our next movie day is coming up this Saturday, the 27th of August.
Yep.
Noon Manitoba time. We're watching Starship Troopers.
Starship.
What did I say?
Star tip.
Starship Troopers. Yeah. I can say words. The higher levels of at the higher levels of support, we do monthly e-knit-ins. Next one of those will be on September the 17th, noon Manitoba time.
There are other perks, guys. If you check out the Patreon page, you can see what different levels get. That's probably the best way to do it.
I've essentially finished this ad and I still don't know where Fishbone fits in. I thought maybe I could work something in with dinosaur bones and fish bones. I got nothing. It's chalk one up for Fishbone. I got nothing.
Diana 0, Karen 1.
I have no idea how to fit a fishbone in there.
Like that was, I looked at it, I went, oh, that might be the stumper. That might be the winner.
Oh, no, I'm not highly performant today, so I got nothing.
As always, we super understand that budgets are a real life thing. Commenting, subscribing, liking, and sharing the podcast, and joining us on other social media platforms are also massive helps. It helps get the word out and helps us build the community. The joys of the other platforms, as YouTube comments, Instagram, and in the Facebook group, is we get to see what you guys are working on, and we get to share the joy of your yarn acquisitions and your works in progress and your finished items and your gift knits and the things that we all enjoy chatting about as knitters. The fact that sweater weather is coming back.
The return of sweater weather.
So excited for the return of sweater weather. So excited for the return of sweater.
Slowly,
so
so
close.
slowly.
So close. So while we wait for that to occur, we do have some in-person real stuff happening, and we do have some cows going on. As Dinah promptly reminded me, she still has a month. We've got to get ready. The fall equinox cow.
Do still have a month.
The fall equinox cow is just around the corner. A month really isn't that long when you think about it. So what time to finish up your summer solstice cal whips and get ready to cast on for the fall one. We will be together for the live cast on this time around, which is always a delight. So we will be doing a live cast on, and that'll happen, I think September the 20th is the Sunday.
That's a great question.
I like to ask good questions.
Yeah. Let's see. So I believe the solstice is on the 20th, but the 18th is the closest Sunday.
So it'll be the 18th for us, because that's a non-work day for you.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's just adjusting our cast on date to work with your work schedule.
Sadly, I have a 9 to 5 job.
There's
Except
nothing wrong
I'll be
with
operating
it.
in Eastern time in a central time zone, so it'll be like 8 to 4.
Yeah, well, 8 to 4 is the better if you're going to do a full day job anyway. But there's nothing wrong with a good old day job, because good old day jobs not only pay the bills, they give you money for yarn. So
I do enjoy paying. Well, I don't enjoy paying bills. I enjoy
paying
being
bills.
able to pay my bills, and I really
Yes.
enjoy being able to buy yarn.
That is a super legit thing. So, having said that, things that are earlier that you can come find us at, you are going to find us at the Manitoba Fibre Festival, which is happening, I'm told, the 9th and 10th of September. Why I keep thinking the 8th, I don't know, but I do. It's wrong. It's the 9th and 10th. As everybody keeps reminding me, please keep correcting me because I keep getting it wrong.
The 8th is a Thursday, so
Just
it's not Fibre
incorrect.
Festival Day.
It's a Friday night and a Saturday day. So Diane and I will be together live in person at the Fibre Festival. So come find us, come say hi, come show off what you're working on. Meet us in the real lives. People can tell you we're not that scary.
I'm very scary. I'm ferocious.
Wow. You are not ferocious.
Grrr! Rawr.
Yeah. Now she might actually do that behind me, but she's not actually ferocious, guys.
I am so ferocious. Fear me.
We will be in and out of Fireweed Fiber Co.'s booth, which you can find her there as well, because we'll be helping her out during the weekend. So there's more beeping in my ears. There's Discord chat going on. Oh, all right. The other things that are happening that we need to be paying attention to is our monthly live podcast is going to be happening shortly. It'll be Sunday, September the 4th, which is actually not that far from now. It's actually not that far from now.
No,
So we
begin
will,
the panic crafting.
let the panic crafting begin for both me and Diana. You guys will be able to see very shortly whether or not we got our stuff done for the month, because we are very rapidly running out of month to get it done if we've started. You will find me live next Thursday, the 1st of September. I'm like, no, don't cut yourself off from an extra 7 days. I still have 7+ days. And I will be chatting with Louise of Wildflower Wool on her channel, and we will be doing our monthly check-in to see how we did on our projects. For a recap, I said I was going to start a t-shirt out of some fingering weight cotton yarn that I have, cotton acrylic blend, and start my sister's couch throw Christmas project. Mostly because my sister and I, years ago, decided that we were done giving ineffective gifts and useless gifts. So our whole family just asks and we just get a list. And this year I said, what do you want that to be handmade? And she said, I need a couch throw in blues to tone down the orange of my couch. I said, done. So she doesn't know exactly how the blues come into her, but she's getting an item and garment and thing that she will use that she wants in her preferred stuff, which is fair. She has 3 dogs, 2 cats, 1 teenager, and a husband. You got to be able to wash things in the washer and dryer. You got to be able to wash things in the washer and dryer. So that's going to happen. My niece put in her requests. That's happening. So those are all in. I mean, my family adds to it. They always ask for more dishcloths. They always want like their staples and stuff, but those I'll make in November, because really a dishcloth, I can make dishcloths.
They're fairly straightforward.
Yeah, in my sleep, like it's fine. So she asked for some Jocelyn sized dishcloths, with me. She wants Jocelyn hand sized dishcloths, which are extra large for her, so she can do it in the non-scrubby. So I know what they like. I translate family fine. I know what she means and what she wants. She asked for little ones last year to get in nooks and crannies. She's like, I need a non-scrubby little corner piece thing. She needed a smaller dishcloth she could wedge into the corners better. Is what she was asking before. So,
I generally got that.
that's fine. So I'll add that to my list to make them for her as well too. I mean, let's be honest. I walk into the bathroom, I smelled my brother-in-law's soap. I came out of the bathroom and said I need 3 bars of this, and he literally ordered me 3 bars. And since I confirmed I liked, because he had me smell them, I'm literally getting men's soap for Christmas. Legit, it's
That
called
works.
Sasquatch soap. It's like Sasquatch. It's the Sasquatch soaps.
Men's soap smells better than women's soap, in my
Amazing.
opinion.
Women's soap is gross and chemically. Men's soap smells great. I'm getting a coffee bar, a coconut bar, and the pine one.
Ooh.
I am going to smell clean and amazing.
I do
I'm
enjoy
so
smelling
excited.
like a tree.
I
Like
do
trees
enjoy
and herbs
trees and herbs. Trees
are
and herbs.
superior to flowers and fruits,
Absolutely. When it comes to soap, absolutely.
in
Way better.
my opinion.
Well, we both think correctly, so we both agree on this one. So I can just see Sherry now. Roses. Yes, I know some people like floral. That's fine. You can totally like floral. I do not. So, having said that, I think that's everything.
I think so.
Yeah. We probably forgot something. I don't know. We've now been talking to each other for 6+ hours.
Plus yesterday's 6 hours,
yeah,
5 hours.
5 hours.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot this weekend, which is really the volume of time we probably should be talking every day, given how much we talk at each other when we don't.
I don't even know how.
I don't even know.
Where do all the words come from?
I don't know. We're gonna spend all weekend together, and then we'll do a podcast, and there will still be words.
I know.
And I'm not sure how that's feasible, but there will still be words. So until next week, no matter where your week takes you. I messed up your outro. You don't know where to go, do you?
Uh-huh.
Let's try that again.
I'm lost.
So until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget,
Don't forget to knit.
Oh man, I'm tired.